Forgotten Stories of the Wild West, The Life and Death of Jedediah Smith. Jedediah Smith was born in 1799. He entered a world on the brink of change. His birthplace, Bainbridge, New York, was a world away from the untamed wilderness that would come to define him. Young Jedediah grew up in a devout Methodist family. Their faith instilled in him a strong moral compass. It also gave him a sense of purpose that would guide his life. Jedediah was different. He wasn't content with the quiet life of a farmer. He yearned for something more. The stories of Lewis and Clark's expeditions captivated his imagination. They whispered to him of uncharted lands and endless possibilities. Some might have called it destiny. Others might call it the call of the wild. Whatever it was, Jedediah felt a pull towards the unexplored West. He saw it not just as a place of danger and adventure, but as a challenge. It was a vast canvas upon which he could paint his own legacy. This drive, fueled by faith and a thirst for the unknown, would set Jedediah Smith on a path that few dared to tread. He would become a legend. He would become the forgotten explorer of the American West. The year was 1822. A young Jedediah Smith, barely a man, set foot on the frontier. He joined William Ashley's Rocky Mountain Fur Company. It was a decision that would irrevocably alter the course of his life. This wasn't a life of comfort. It was a life of hardship, danger, and relentless toil. Fur trapping was a brutal business. It demanded resilience, cunning, and a deep respect for the wilderness. The men who took on this challenge were a different breed. They were tough, resourceful, and possessed an almost supernatural ability to survive. Jedediah Smith took to this life like a fish to water. He wasn't afraid of hard work. He embraced the challenges of the frontier. He learned from the best, the mountain men who had carved their own legends into the annals of the West. He learned to trap beaver. He learned to navigate treacherous rivers. He learned to read the signs of the wilderness. He even learned to speak the languages of the Native American tribes he encountered. With each passing season, Jedediah Smith grew more skilled, more confident, more at home in the wilderness. The life of a fur trapper was not for the faint of heart. Danger lurked around every bend in the river, behind every towering tree. Grizzly bears, with their immense size and terrifying strength, posed a constant threat. One wrong step, one moment of carelessness could spell disaster. And then there were the rivers. They were the lifeblood of the fur trade, but also its most unforgiving adversary. Fast-moving currents, hidden rocks, and sudden storms could turn a routine journey into a desperate fight for survival. Jedediah Smith knew this better than most. He bore the scars of his encounters with both man and nature. A grizzly bear attack left him with a disfigured ear and a limp that would stay with him for the rest of his life. It was a constant reminder of the ever-present danger that permeated his world. But Jedediah Smith was not a man to be deterred by fear. He pressed on, driven by a thirst for adventure, a desire to map the unknown, and perhaps a touch of destiny that whispered of a greater purpose. A desert uncrossable. The Great Basin. A vast, arid expanse of salt flats, towering mountains, and unforgiving desert. It was a place of stark beauty and unimaginable hardship. To the early explorers, it was a daunting obstacle, a seemingly impassable barrier to the riches that lay beyond. No European had dared to cross it, until Jedediah Smith. In 1826, driven by a thirst for new trapping grounds and a burning desire to chart the unknown, Smith set out on a journey that would become legendary. He led a small group of men into the heart of the Great Basin, armed with little more than their wits, their rifles, and a dwindling supply of provisions. The journey was brutal. The scorching sun beat down mercilessly. Water was scarce. The men grew weak from hunger and thirst. Their lips cracked and bled. Their bodies ached with fatigue, but still they pressed on, inspired by Smith's unwavering determination. They were guided by the stars, by the lay of the land, and by the knowledge gleaned from the Native American tribes they encountered along the way. Their survival was a testament to their courage, their resilience, and their ability to adapt to the harshest of environments. Encounters in the wilderness. The American West was not an empty wilderness. It was, and still is, a land of vibrant cultures and ancient traditions. Native American tribes had thrived in this land for centuries before the arrival of the Europeans. They had their own languages, their own beliefs, and their own complex relationships with the land and its resources. Jedediah Smith understood this. He approached the Native American tribes he encountered with a mixture of caution and respect. He knew that their knowledge of the land and its resources was essential to his survival. He learned their languages. He traded with them. He relied on their guidance to navigate the treacherous mountain passes and find hidden oases in the vast desert. But Smith's arrival also heralded a period of immense change for the Native American tribes. The fur trade, while seemingly benign, brought with it diseases that ravaged Native American populations. It also introduced new technologies and ways of life that would forever alter the delicate balance of their world. The encounters between Jedediah Smith and the Native American tribes were a microcosm of the larger story of the American West, a story of exploration, of cultural exchange, but also of conflict and displacement. Mapping the unknown. Jedediah Smith was more than just an explorer. He was a meticulous observer, a chronicler of the unknown. He kept detailed journals of his travels, recording everything from the lay of the land to the customs of the Native American tribes he encountered. But it was his maps that would prove to be his most enduring legacy. Smith's maps were revolutionary. They were based on his own first-hand observations, combined with the knowledge he gained from the Native American tribes. They were incredibly accurate for their time, charting not only the major rivers and mountain ranges, but also the smaller streams, the hidden springs, and the ancient trails that crisscrossed the West. These maps were more than just lines on paper. They were gateways to the West. They opened up the frontier to settlers, traders, and government officials, all eager to exploit the riches of this new land. They helped to shape the destiny of a nation. They are a testament to Jedediah Smith's keen eye, his insatiable curiosity, and his enduring legacy as the forgotten cartographer of the American West. Trials and tribulations. Before Jedediah Smith became a legendary cartographer, he had to navigate the treacherous path of his early expeditions. These journeys were fraught with danger, but they were also marked by profound encounters with the Native American tribes who inhabited the vast, untamed wilderness of the American West. Smith's first major expedition took him through territories where few European settlers had ventured. He faced the relentless elements, harsh winters, scorching summers, and unpredictable storms. But the real tests came from the human encounters along the way. Smith's approach to the Native American tribes was one of curiosity and respect. He sought to understand their ways, learning their languages and customs. This openness often led to peaceful exchanges and invaluable guidance, which would later inform his groundbreaking maps. However, not all encounters were harmonious. Smith faced hostility from tribes who saw the encroaching settlers as a threat to their lands and way of life. In one harrowing incident, Smith and his men were ambushed, leading to a fierce battle that tested their resolve and survival skills. Despite the dangers, Smith's resilience and diplomatic efforts often turned potential conflicts into opportunities for mutual respect and cooperation. These early expeditions were more than just trials of endurance. They were formative experiences that shaped Smith's understanding of the land and its people. They taught him the importance of collaboration and the value of detailed observation. Through these trials and tribulations, Jedediah Smith emerged not just as an explorer, but as a bridge between cultures, a pioneer who paved the way for future generations. His early expeditions were instrumental in creating some of the first detailed maps of the American West. Smith meticulously documented his journeys, leaving behind journals filled with observations and sketches. His routes took him through rugged mountain passes and dense forests, places that were previously unknown to European settlers. Setting up camp in these remote areas required ingenuity and resourcefulness. Smith also took the time to observe the wildlife, noting the various species he encountered. Navigating waterways was another challenge, but it was essential for mapping the region accurately. Using tools like the compass and sextant, Smith was able to chart his course with remarkable precision. His legacy lives on in the maps that continue to guide explorers and settlers to this day. Jedediah Smith's contributions to the exploration of the American West are commemorated in monuments and statues, reminding us of his enduring impact. The vast landscapes he traversed remain a testament to his adventurous spirit and unwavering determination. Conquering the Rockies. With each step into the Rocky Mountains, Jedediah Smith ventured further into the unknown, facing some of the most brutal conditions of his life. The Rockies, with their towering peaks and treacherous terrains, were a formidable challenge even for the most seasoned explorers. Smith's journey through these imposing mountains was marked by relentless snowstorms and bone-chilling temperatures. Supplies dwindled rapidly, and the men had to rely on their wits and Smith's unparalleled survival skills to push forward. Hunting became a daily necessity, and Smith's knowledge of trapping and tracking was put to the ultimate test. In the dense forests and icy slopes, every decision mattered. There were moments when hope seemed lost. Exhaustion set in, and every breath was a struggle against the thin, frigid air. But Smith's unwavering determination kept the group moving. He was a leader who inspired through action, often taking the most dangerous paths himself to ensure the safety of his men. The Rocky Mountains were not just a physical obstacle. They were a crucible that tested the limits of human endurance. Smith's ability to navigate through such harsh conditions and emerge victorious was a testament to his extraordinary resilience. He learned to read the land, to find hidden paths, and make the most of scarce resources. These skills would later become crucial as he mapped out these uncharted territories. Despite the hardships, Smith's journey through the Rockies was also one of discovery. The breathtaking vistas and diverse wildlife left an indelible mark on him. He documented his observations meticulously, contributing valuable knowledge to the growing understanding of America's western frontier. In conquering the Rockies, Jedediah Smith not only proved his mettle as an explorer, but also laid the groundwork for future expeditions. His maps and journals provided a lifeline for those who followed, offering a glimpse into the heart of one of the most challenging landscapes on the continent. Smith's legacy as a master cartographer and survivor of the Rockies continues to inspire adventurers and historians alike. His journey through the Rockies was not just a tale of survival, but a testament to the human spirit's capacity to overcome the most daunting challenges. Today, modern explorers retrace his steps, inspired by the indomitable spirit of a man who conquered the Rockies. As the sun sets over the majestic Rockies, we remember Jedediah Smith, the forgotten explorer who left an indelible mark on the American West. The California Expedition. After the grueling conquest of the Rockies, Jedediah Smith turned his gaze westward toward the sun-drenched lands of California. This new chapter in his journey was as challenging as it was transformative, filled with encounters that would shape the future of the American West. Smith's entry into California was marked by a series of difficult passages through the harsh Mojave Desert. Once again, he faced extreme conditions, from scorching heat to scarce water supplies. But Smith's resilience and the lessons learned from his previous expeditions saw him through. His arrival in California signaled the beginning of a new exploration and a significant cultural exchange. In California, Smith encountered Spanish settlers, whose missions and ranches dotted the landscape. These interactions were crucial. Despite the language barriers and cultural differences, Smith was able to establish a rapport with the Spanish. He shared knowledge of the land and the journey that brought him there, while the Spanish provided insights into their settlements and way of life. Smith's presence in California was not just about survival, it was about discovery. He meticulously documented the fertile valleys, the vast coastline, and the diverse ecosystems. His observations would prove invaluable for future settlers and explorers. The Spanish, in turn, were both intrigued and cautious of this rugged frontiersman. They offered hospitality and assistance, yet remained wary of the implications of his findings. The impact of Smith's discoveries in California was profound. His maps and journals opened up new routes for trade and migration, bridging the gap between the remote Western territories and the burgeoning United States. Smith's accounts of California's rich resources and strategic locations sparked a growing interest in the region, paving the way for future American expansion. Jedediah Smith's expedition into California was more than just another adventure. It represented a significant milestone in the exploration of the American West. His interactions with the Spanish settlers highlighted the complexities of cultural exchange and the far-reaching consequences of exploration. Through his relentless spirit and meticulous documentation, Smith not only survived but thrived, leaving an indelible mark on the history of California and the broader narrative of American exploration. The California expedition solidified Smith's legacy as one of the greatest explorers of his time. His journey through the Golden State was a testament to his enduring curiosity and unyielding perseverance, qualities that continue to inspire adventurers and historians to this day. As the dust settled on Jedediah Smith's numerous expeditions, the true magnitude of his legacy began to unfold. Smith's relentless pursuit of the unknown had a profound impact on the westward expansion of the United States, setting the stage for a new era of exploration and settlement. Smith's detailed maps and journals became invaluable resources for subsequent explorers, traders, and settlers. His meticulous documentation of the terrain, water sources, and Native American tribes provided crucial information that guided others through the vast and often perilous Western territories. The routes he blazed across the Rockies and into California opened new pathways for migration and commerce, accelerating the movement of people and goods across the continent. But Smith's influence extended beyond mere geography. His encounters with Native American tribes and Spanish settlers highlighted the complexities of cultural exchange in the expanding frontier. Smith's ability to navigate these interactions with a blend of diplomacy and resilience set a precedent for future explorers. His respect for the diverse cultures he encountered fostered a spirit of mutual understanding, even in the face of inevitable conflicts. His discoveries fueled the imagination of a young country, eager to fulfill its promise of coast-to-coast expansion. The fertile lands and abundant resources he documented in places like California and Oregon became magnets for settlers, shaping the economic and demographic landscape of the American West. Jedediah Smith's story is not just one of adventure and survival. It's a story of vision and transformation. His contributions to cartography and exploration provided the scaffolding for the United States' territorial growth. His ability to endure hardships and forge new paths inspired a generation of pioneers who followed in his footsteps. Today, Smith is remembered as a trailblazer whose legacy is etched into the very fabric of American history. Monuments, parks, and historical sites bear his name, serving as reminders of his indomitable spirit and the pivotal role he played in the nation's expansion. His life stands as a testament to the power of exploration and the enduring impact one individual can have on the course of history. The legacy of Jedediah Smith is a beacon of courage and curiosity, a reminder that the frontier, in all its forms, is a place of endless possibility. Through his journeys, Smith not only charted new territories, but also expanded the horizons of what was possible, leaving an indelible mark on the American story. Jedediah Smith met his untimely death at the age of 32. He was killed by Comanche warriors on May 27, 1831, while searching for water along the Santa Fe Trail, according to a letter sent by his brother Austin Smith to his father, Jedediah Smith Sr. His death marked the end of an era of exploration and adventure in the American West. Though his life was cut tragically short, the impact of his contributions endured. The knowledge he gathered and the paths he forged continued to guide those who traverse the western frontier. In the wake of his passing, the stories of his bravery and tenacity spread, cementing his status as a legendary figure in American history. Smith's final journey serves as a poignant reminder of the risks and sacrifices inherent in the quest for discovery. His relentless spirit and unwavering determination to push beyond the known boundaries remain an inspiration to this day. As the sun set on Jedediah Smith's life, it rose on a legacy that would illuminate the path for countless others. His story is a testament to the enduring human spirit, forever etched into the annals of exploration and the American West. His final journey may have ended in tragedy, but his legacy lives on, a guiding star for all who dare to dream of new frontiers.